What up, y'all? It is Real Estate Rob here, retired police officer, former indie wrestler, and now your probate property guy here in the Raleigh suburbs. A lot of folks think that if there's a will, everything's easy. No court, no paperwork, just hugs and happy memories. Unfortunately, that's not how it works at all. In this video, I'm unpacking what probate of a will actually means and why it can be both a blessing and a bureaucratic headache. Let's talk. So first off, if you lost someone, once again, my condolences. I understand firsthand how it's to lose someone that means the world to you. September 2024 forever changed my life. Last year, I lost the woman that meant the most to me, period. My mom. My world was turned upside down, and it seemed like forever, I thought about her. Went into a deep, dark spiral, and now I'm pretty much starting to see the light. But I can definitely understand if you lost someone. My condolences and prayers to you. So in this video, you're going to find out if having a will means you can skip probate. Can it be challenged? Also, what role does an executor actually play? And what happens if there's no will at all? Stick around, because we're going to be covering all of that, and I'll share what makes a will airtight and when it can actually complicate things. Let's bust the biggest myth right now. A will does not avoid probate. All it does is give the court instructions on what to do during probate. Probate of a will simply means the court is verifying that the will is valid, properly signed, and witnessed. The latest version is also free of suspicious edits or drama. So until a judge gives that stamp of approval, it's just a piece of paper. In North Carolina, the person holding the will is legally required to file it with the clerk of Superior Court in the county where the deceased lived. The court then opens what they call a probate file, and if all goes smoothly, appoints the named executor to start handling the estate. If no one steps forward, or if the named executor declines, the court appoints an administrator. Here's where the job starts. You're going to have to inventory everything the deceased owned. You're going to have to secure the assets, like changing locks on the property. You have to notify creditors through public notice, pay valid debts and taxes. Yes, it's a headache, more expenses. But after that, you're going to distribute what's left based on the will. There's also a responsibility for filing reports and final accounting with the court as well. If they mess this up, legal consequences, baby. So when Aunt Sally names you executor in her will, yes, it's an honor, but also it's a part-time job with legal paperwork that you're more likely not qualified for, or just don't want to do. Absolutely, and this is where the fireworks start. Anyone who feels left out, cheated, or believes the will was made under pressure can contest it. I'll get into that some other time. Common grounds for challenge: the will wasn't properly signed or witnessed. The person lacked capacity, or there was undue influence from, let's say, a caregiver or relative. There's a newer will floating around somewhere that could also influence it. And when this happens, probate hits pause, and now you're in a state litigation. Court battles can take months and even years. If no valid will exists, it is said to have died intestate. Now, the court distributes assets based on North Carolina's intestate succession laws. That means a preset formula, right? So, spouse gets a share, children get a share. If none, then parents, siblings, cousins. You get the idea. However, this can get very messy, especially if family members don't agree or some aren't easy to locate, and that happens quite often. And yes, probate still happens, just without a roadmap. Now let's talk real estate. I know a little something about it. If the will says give the house to John, that's great, but the house still needs to go through probate before John gets legal title. You can't sell, refinance, or even clean the gutters without probate court saying go for it. And if there's no will, the property is frozen until the court figures out who owns what. Look, probate of a will doesn't have to be a nightmare, but it can be if you go in blind. If you're dealing with an estate, thinking about your own planning, or have a probate home you need to sell, let's talk. You can schedule your call right here. My information is in the description. You can send a text message, you can give a phone call, you can email me, you can even ride by my home. Don't do that, but all the other methods are there. You catch my drift. Because I'm here to help you get it done the right way. All right, guys, thanks for joining me today. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me, so I appreciate that. If you got any value out of this content today, do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe. And if you feel this information doesn't pertain to you, but you know someone that may be going through probate, feel free to share this information as well. Now, in the last video I made, we answered the question, what is probate? Well, if you didn't get to watch that video, you can watch it right now because it's coming up next.